Hello, my name is John Brumley, and I'll be your instructor for Bio 112. Uh, it's an introductory biology course. I have been teaching this class for 20 some odd years, mostly at night, because I worked as an aquatic biologist for the Kentucky Division of Water um, in my real job. But in 2016, I retired, and so I get to teach classes during the day now. I have a BA from Berea College in biology and an MS from University of Mississippi in aquatic biology. And I'm really happy to have you all in my class, and we'll have a good semester. It'll be different, but it'll be good. All right, so what I need for you to do is I'll stop this video right this second, get your laptop out, and go to Blackboard and get the syllabus, because I want to go over the syllabus a little fairly quickly and hit some high points. All right, so stop it now. All right, now you will see that there's an email line under my name, and the first one is my email address for work for KCTC, and then the other one is my personal email address. You can use either one of those. The telephone number, the first telephone number is actually the biology department. So the last telephone number is actually my cell phone. Again, you are perfectly you have the right to use that and contact me anytime, text, whatever. I do not have offices in either Lawrenceburg or at Cooper. I will, for Lawrenceburg, I will meet, or I will be available for our after class in the library, and for the Cooper class, I will be available an hour before class in the commons area. if you have something, I can stay after class, and depending on if there's a class after that, we may have to move. But I'm here for you and try to help you along in any way I can. The next section's just the coordinators and the assistant dean, and there are some websites there that you probably already know about, but I draw your attention to those. If we go to the official course information, the description is it's just an introductory biology class, and most of your, for non-majors, there's no prerequisite, and so my expectations are a little lower for this class than maybe, let's say, if I was teaching anatomy and physiology for nursing nursing majors. There you go. If you've had biology in the past, or you're scared of it, I'm going to try to help alleviate your anxiety over this class. We'll have fun, and I think you'll enjoy it. There. There's certain course competencies. We'll take tests, etc. Then there's general education competencies that are required for general education classes, and you can look over those. Class materials. You will need access to a laptop or a desktop computer, high-speed internet, and possibly a webcam. We'll talk about that later. The Blackboard, YouTube, and then emails, text, all that kind of stuff. You need to be able to do all that. You need to be able to have, especially when we meet face to face, you'll need materials to be able to take notes. With that said, for each chapter on Blackboard, you will find a PowerPoint presentation and an outline. You can use that outline to help fill in the spaces where the PowerPoints that correspond to the PowerPoint presentations. There's also a video on YouTube for each chapter, and so that if I recommend you watching those, and also that should help you obtain the information that you need. The textbook is an e-textbook. It's very good, and you already have that available to you. It's in the Blackboard shell. You can now go and look at that. The book is large, and we have to summarize those chapters, so we can't get into detail like the book does, because we have a lot of material to cover. So we will be summarizing that, and you will be required to know the summarized portion, what we talk about in class. Since you have that e-text available to you when you signed up for the class, you got charged a course fee for the opportunity to use the e-textbook. So you don't have to have a hard copy of the textbook. Attendance, it's going to be hard if you don't attend, especially now when we are only meeting once a week, and a lot of it's done remotely. You definitely need to keep up, especially since we're going to have a quiz every time we meet. Making those up. If you miss an exam, making that up. That's just extra things that pile up, and I don't want that to happen. With that said, I know life happens, and you may not be able to get to class every day, and that's fine. Just make sure if you're going to miss an exam, especially, let me know so I can expect that you're not going to be there, and we'll work something out about making it up. If you don't show up, then after a while they'll require me to do a no-show, and so I just want to let you know. Email and integrity, just make sure that when you email that you are strictly business, no jokes and all that kind of stuff. Just be professional about that. No cheating or plagiarism. We do have some current event articles. Use your own words. Don't plagiarize the source. So now we go to class requirements and graded course components. Most of the time when we meet, it will be a lecture type format with some small group and just class discussions. The rest of the time will be in the form of Blackboard, those PowerPoints, and my YouTube videos. So the YouTube channel is a playlist that you will want to use is Bio 112 Brumley BCTC, and there should be chapter videos there. If you have problems with that, we will try to help you out with that. There might be tutors and available, or through Thinking Storm. So those are available. For my Lawrenceburg class, I do have an embedded tutor. His name is Zach Brenner, and he will be available to you during class, and then he will have a time where he'll be available outside class that you can help. He will be very helpful to you if you need, if you're trying to, if you're having problems with a certain topic. Utilize him. We will have, at my discretion, we can change the pace, we can eliminate quizzes, add quizzes, eliminate tests, whatever. It's up to my discretion to modify the class as I see fit. Announced quizzes, we'll have 9 quizzes. Those will be when we meet in person, and we will get to drop one of those. So there's 8 quizzes that you'll be responsible for, and they're going to be 5 multiple choice questions for the most part. There might be 5 matching or something like that, or a true false here and there, but most are multiple choice, 2 points apiece, and they'll be announced in your course outline, so you need to make sure that you keep up with your course outline. We have current event articles. These are a summary of an article that you choose, and these can be from any source. Something that you would enjoy reading. It doesn't have to be something really technical, but read it, then make a summary of it. If there's any opinions from it you can draw, then state those, and then bring it back into biology. You can use your course outline to help you. Let's say it's something about a new bird in South America. Then you can say in chapter 18, 19, we're going to talk about animal diversity. All right, so bring it back to biology. So it doesn't have to be directly about biology, but you need to bring it back to biology when at the end of your summary. Okay, a page typed. It could be 3/4 a page. It could be a page and a half. It's okay. Just make sure that you hand these in, because they're 15 points. I'm not an English instructor, so if you hand them in and I can read them and I understand what you're saying, then you will get 15 points out of it. All right. There are 3 of these current event articles due throughout the semester. That's 45 points. That's 45 out of 45. That does help your grade. All right. On the other hand, if you don't turn them in, it can drop your grade. So you need to turn those in. All right. Make sure you put your source and put your name and stuff on it, so I know who turned it in. You can email those, or you can bring in hard copies during the times when we meet. If you want to go ahead and do all 3 at the first of the semester, I'll take all 3 and I'll give you the credit for all 3. This little assignment is to help you sort of look at biology in everyday life. It just changes your perspective, and the information that I do read them, and the information that you provide helps me. I learn a lot during the reading of the article, so they help me as well. We have lecture exams. We'll have 3 of those. They're 100 points apiece. There's a section of matching. There's a section of short answer. When I say short answer, I mean give me an example of, define this. What's the difference between this and this? All right. Very short sentence or 2 at the most answers. I took essay tests. I know about a third of it was my information that I knew, and the rest was fluff. And I don't want you have to come up with fluff, and I don't want to have to read fluff. So you just they're going to be just short, succinct answers on that. And Final exam is 200 points. It's going to be taken virtually. We will talk about this later. It's a comprehensive exam, but we may use Proctorio for this, since which is a software that can help proctor the exam. So that's why the webcam would be needed, because you have to do it in front of the webcam, and then you're proctored, so you can't cheat or whatever. We probably will not do that. More than likely, what we will do is you will take, I'll provide the final in Blackboard. You will then write down the number of each question on a sheet of paper, answer those questions, and then take a picture of it and send it back to me. That worked pretty well at the end of the last semester for the final, and so we'll just do that too. I'll give you a time frame for which you'll have to finish your final, all right? So we'll talk about that as it gets closer to time. There's Proctorio. Again, we probably will not use that, but it is available to us. Makeup exams and quizzes. If you miss one, we're going to try to make it up as soon as possible so that you don't have to, because material piles up, and if you are studying for 2 tests and just instead of 1, it makes it more difficult. So we're going to go ahead and get that done as soon as possible. Late work, make sure you keep the course outline ahead of you. Write it in your agenda book or whatever. Make sure that you know the due dates and the exam dates and things like that. So your grade will be dependent on 8 quizzes. They're 10 points apiece, so that's a total of 80 points. 3 current event articles, they're 15 points apiece, so that's 45 points. 3 exams, lecture exams, 100 points apiece, 300. And 1 comprehensive exam, which is 200 points, for a total of 625 points. Your grade will be your total number of points divided by 625, and that will give you your percent score, all right? We talked about attendance. If, for instance, you had an 88, but you came to class and you participated and things like that, I don't see why that doesn't be bumped up to an A, all right? Because as you see below, midterms will be posted, but below the final course grade is 90 to 100, 80 to 89, 70, 79, 60, 69, and 59 below. So if it's 8 or 9 and you come every time, and it's 88, 78, 79, 89, that kind of thing, I don't see why that shouldn't be bumped up, all right, to another letter grade. If you come to class, you stay abreast of all of the assignments and keep up with the chapter notes and all that kind of stuff. You will do well in this class, all right? And don't just stop coming after the first exam because you don't think you did well, all right? At least come back and see how you did on the exam, because because a lot of people do that, and you need to come back, all right? Withdrawal policy, October 12th is the last date. You can get without my permission, but you can withdraw all the way up to the last day of regular class. So you can withdraw if you need to. Accommodations, you need to go through the disability support services, and they will hook you up with that. And of course, there's policies and things on the BCTC Policy and Resources website. There's a section on what we'll do if we have a problem as far as COVID goes. So we'll talk about that if we need to later, all right? But they needed to have that in there so that you had that information. So the last thing we'll go over is the course outline, and the way it is listed here is it has the days that we're going to meet, and then it has the weeks between those two dates and the things that you need to do during that week. All right. So on either Monday or Thursday, whatever class you meet, we're going to have a quiz over Chapter 1, and we will, if there's any other questions about the syllabus, we'll take care of. You'll meet your embedded tutor if you're in Lawrenceburg, and then we'll go start Chapter 2. All right. So the next time we'll meet, you'll have a quiz over Chapter 2. Note, if you are in the class in Cooper, Labor Day we will not meet, all right? But your first exam is going to be on the week of September 14th. Your current event article will be due that week as well, all right? The second exam is on the week of the October 12th, and the third exam is on the week of November 9th. All right. The rest of the information will be animals, and we will talk on the week before Thanksgiving about some animal information, but the rest of it you'll have to get off the videos and PowerPoints, all right, for your exam. So your final will have information from all three exams, and then also the animal stuff that we haven't taken. We will not have taken an exam for. Most of the final is going to be information from the animal section, all right? Some of it is from the other three exams, and it's word for word from those, but the rest of the final will be for the animals, all right? So I'm looking forward to meeting with you next week. Look at Chapter 1 and this cruddy video, and just be prepared. We will take the quiz as a class, so everybody will get a 10 to start the semester off, and that's good. So you have a great weekend, and I will see you next week.